Hi again folks, it's Mel at Stocksbridge Guitar Tech. I'm going to be doing a bit of a review today of the Ampero, but before we get into that, can I just ask you please do subscribe to the channel if you find this content useful or interesting in any way, shape or form. That'll help me out. First of all, we'll just have a quick listen at a couple of clean patches that I've programmed into the Ampero, and then we'll go through how easy the unit is to use, and I'll create a patch from absolute scratch to show you how easy the unit is to use. Now this is going to be quite a longish video today, so I apologise for that in advance. I'll try and make it as quick as I can for you. So without further ado, let's have a listen to some of the sounds. I'm using my Squire Telecaster for these examples. So here's the first clean sound that I've programmed in. Just basic clean. Just got a slight chorus on the control switch. So here's another clean sound. Same sort of thing. A more verby, clean sound. This is a clean sound, but with a drive pedal on the control switch. And that's really all I've done up to now. It's all I've had time to do. So what we'll do is we'll go through how easy this is to program from scratch. Now I'm not using any of the fancy outputs here. I'm using a single unbalanced output into my audio interface, and that's it. And then that's obviously to the guitar. I've done a patch here, just called it blank, and that's exactly what it is. If we go in, you can see all the blocks are switched off. If we turn them on, they change colour. So if I press this, it'll turn effects 1 on, because that's the one that's highlighted. Turn it, push it again, it turns it off. And to select any of the others, I move across. So to turn the amp on, I can press that. Now the amp's on, now it's off. We can also do that here with this on-off switch on the screen. So at the minute, everything is off. And this is the guitar just straight into the audio interface. So not very inspiring. So let's try and create a nice crunchy type of Marshall-y sound. So that obviously the first thing I'm going to do is choose an amp. So I'm going to turn the amp on. Let's just have a listen at that. And at the minute this is set to a black twin. So if we go to edit now, this is where we can select our amps from this list. So we've got Tweed, Lux, Bassman. I'm looking for a Marshall-y type sound. Here we are. So I quite like this Marshall 50 plus, so let's just have a quick listen what that sounds like. Bear in mind that's just the amp, there's no cab or anything on yet. It sounds a bit toppy, so I'm going to roll that presence off. Let's have a look at the EQ, just take some mid out. I mean, that's already sounding pretty good. Right, let's choose a cab. So we go back, select the cabinet, turn it on, see what we've got. No real change there, so let's have a look at the cab. So it's a 1x12. So let's look for something else. I quite like this Match 212. So we can change the microphone positions here. Let's try changing that a bit. We can also use these rotary controls on here if we want with this or the main dial. Obviously on the Ampero 1, the smaller unit, you only get this dial, you don't get these. So that's already sounding quite decent. Literally took seconds. Let's put a bit of EQ on. Choose this one. Just play around with this EQ a bit. Yep, happy with that. Put a bit of noise reduction on if we want. We've got 3 noise gates to choose from. I'll choose the fast gate. Okay, how about a bit of reverb? So go to reverb, turn that on. Little bit too much there, so we're going to edit, turn the mix down, turn the decay down. That's okay. What about some effects? Well, let's put delay on. Okay, I'll just turn that off again. Let's have a look at effects 1. Enhancer. It's alright, just gives it a bit of a boost, but let's have a look at some of the other boosts. Yep, so that's okay. Go back. So now what I can do now is I can assign certain one of these, or any of them, or all of them, to this control switch. So I'm just going to leave, for now, I'm going to leave the EQ and the reverb on. And now if we go back to this screen where it says control expression, that's where we've got the controls for this expression pedal and this control switch. So we press that, control settings, which is this, module tap target, effects 1, effects 2, amp. It goes through all the blocks. At the minute they're all off, as you can see. They all say no, that means they're off. If it says yes, it means they're on, and this will turn them on and off. So I want to turn the reverb off. Sorry about that, I think my camera cut out there because the recording length was too big. So as I was saying, I want to turn the reverb off with this. So I'm going to select that to yes. I want to turn the delay on, so I'm going to select that to yes. And I want to turn the effects 1 on, which is this one, which is like a boost. I want to turn that on as well. So that's it. So I've now selected effects 1, delay and reverb. And I can select effects 3, effects 2, amp, cab, EQ, whatever I want. I could switch them all on and have them all switched on and off by this control button. So let's go back to edit, and as you can see, here's the blocks we've got on at the minute. We've got the amp, noise reduction, cab, EQ and reverb on. No effects, effects 1, 2 and 3 are off, and delay is off. But if I press this now, you'll see we've now got effects 1 and delay come on, and it's turned reverb off. press it again, and we're back to just reverb. That's how easy this unit is to use. It's very, very easy. If we wanted to swap the effects chain around, if we wanted effects 1 for example at the end of the chain instead of at the beginning, we can do that. You can sometimes just double tap on this, there you go. So if I wanted to move that delay now to the end, I can move it wherever I want now with this. I can put it at the beginning, I can put it third in the chain, wherever I like. So it's right on the end now. I'll just pop it back where it was, and we can do that with them all. So it's very easy to move the effects around to get them in the order that you want. And then we've got the drum machine. Where we can change the tempo, the volume and everything there. We've got the global settings where we set the defaults for the unit, so we have a global EQ. This is very handy for if you're going to be playing live, for example. You can leave your preset EQs as they are and just do a global EQ if the room's a bit ringy. Try and get rid of a certain frequency, so that's very useful. We've got the input and output options, we've got USB options, options for the foot switches, so that's these. At the minute, as you can see, I've got them turning effects individually on and off. So this one's effects 1, effects 2, effects 3, but if I wanted to change that, I can change it to patch down, so it would select a lower preset, patch up, so it would select an upper preset. I can change it to the control switch instead of having this as the control switch, bank up or down, turn the tuner on and off, start the drum machine, start the looper. You can set these pretty much to whatever you want, but I've got them just to set the effects on at the minute. So that's when we tap it, that will turn effects 1 on and off. This one will turn effects 2 on and off. This one will turn effects 3 on and off. But we can also hold them down. As at the minute, as you can see, I've got none assigned to that, so it won't do anything if I hold it down. Now with the second one, I've got that turning the EQ on and off, so we'll try that in a minute. And I've got the third one turning the tuner on and off. So just to demonstrate that for you, if I hold this one down for a couple of seconds, we should get the tuner. There we go. So we've got the tuner there, and then we can just press any switch to come back out of that. If I hold this one down, that should turn the EQ off. There you go. As well as effects 2. Hold it down again. We've got the EQ back on. But if I just tap it quickly, then I'm getting effects 2 on and off. Effects 1 with that one. Effects 3 with that one. So it's very easy to assign these to pretty much whatever you like. So that's how easy this unit is to use. You've just seen how quick I created a patch there from nothing, and obviously I can go on and tweak that to my heart's content. When I've done that, when I've got it exactly how I want it, I would hit save, and here I can give it a name. I'll just call it deliberately misspelled Marshall. I'll just put HG for high gain. If I didn't want to save it to that slot, I'd just use these arrows to go down through the presets or up through the presets to select the one I want, or these will select banks. So bank 29, bank 28, I'm just going to leave it on bank 30, preset number 3, hit OK, and there's my new patch. So really easy to get a good sound quickly. Now the Ampero, it's very easy to use and to program from the front panel, but it gets even easier if you use the free software that you can download from Ampero, which you can see here. So this allows us to turn each block on or off. We can manage the signal chain and change the order of the effects and the amps and the cabs. We can put basically anything anywhere, which is a really handy feature. We have the control switch here, so we can decide what the control switch is going to turn on or off, and we can set the expression pedal here, the internal and external, and also we can decide what the 3 rotary controls do on the front of the unit. We have a large list of amps, cabs, EQs, effects, etc. to choose from. So we can change the microphone on the cab, for example, and we can adjust the mic's position on the cab. And if you can't find a cab that you like amongst all of these, you can even upload your own impulse responses. So a very useful and comprehensive piece of software, but as I said, the unit is very easy to use even without the software, just from the touch panel and the controls on the front of the unit. Hopefully that will have given you some idea of just how easy this Ampero is to get a sound out of. Bearing in mind I've just used one single output, the left output, on the unbalanced, so I didn't use the balance at all. So fantastic little unit, really impressed with this. Love the Ampero one, but this is even better for me. Anyway, that's all from me today. I've took up enough of your time today, but please do remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, a comment, a share. Hopefully I'll be back with another one for you next week. Don't know about that. Got things to do next week, so it might be the week after, but I'll do my best to get another video up for you for next Friday. But that's all from me. Take care of yourselves and bye for now.